Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel and back to the Mission Maker series, a series where we're creating a CAS type mission. Now in the previous episode we looked at populating our kill box with our targets, and in today's episode we're going to look at sorting out the routing for the Reapers. So let's go ahead and jump into that, shall we? So I've got Reaper 1. What we'll do initially is we'll set up Reaper 1 and then we'll set up the rest, I think, because you can just more or less just clone them. Reaper 1. So set up at 12,000 feet. I don't know the usual operating altitude of them in theatres, but I'm going to guess 12,000 feet is not a bad sort of like judgment area. And give them a speed of 180 knots ground speed, so moving fairly quickly. In fact, let's drop that down to 140 knots, I think. Okay, so now the Reapers are what will make random. So we'll have one start here, maybe we've got one there in the middle there, maybe another one start up here. So depending on, and they'll all have different routes that they'll fly. Just to provide a bit of randomness. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And once it gets to waypoint 11, we'll put a trigger in. In fact, do I need to put a trigger in, or can I just do it this way? Task command, switch to waypoint 1. So then once it's at waypoint 11, it'll start the process again, go to fly to waypoint 1, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's continuous. And they'll probably there for the duration of the mission, which is what you want. So there, then it should hit some targets for you at least. Okay. So now that's done, comes the trigger part. Again, I don't know if this is how they really operate. Just a guess, but well, not really a guess, just a different method, I suppose. So flags. We've already done it. So flag 5 is available. So Reaper 1 spawn. This is where I want it to be random. So after time is more than, I don't know, 2,100 seconds. Flag 5 is false. And randomness of 5%. Then group activate. Aerial Reaper 1. We'll have flag 5 on. Nope, not 2, number 5. Okay, cool. So next, we need to set up the trigger for the trigger zone to snap to the aircraft. So let me just find it. So this one will be trigger snap, we'll call it. Reaper 1 trigger snap. Reaper 1 trigger snap. So we want unit inside moving zone. So Reaper Aerial 1. Aerial Reaper 1. Yep, that's fine. And then Yeah, I don't know what I want to have on there, to be honest. Just have group activate, whatever. Error Reaper 1 is fine. It's not going to do anything because the Reaper's already activated, so that's fine. Next, so let's call this Reaper 1 detection. This is now where we've got to go through the whole process of adding all our units to the sort of like the list of aircraft. So unit inside. So the unit that I want is Reaper target. So scroll down and find it. This is going to be the ball leg now. It's going to take forever. So Reaper target 1 inside Reaper trigger zone 1. So Reaper. And then I've got to clone this and do it for all of them. So I'll bring you back in a moment once I've done it all. Hi guys, right, I brought you back now. I managed to put them all in. So what I've done is I've only selected one target from each group because, you know, there's no need to select them all because the drone will automatically choose which is the best target it sees for that group anyway. So I need to identify one. So you can see there I've got group 1A, B, C, D, 2A, 3, you know, and so on all the way down to 4B from the 4 targets that we've got there, which is fine. Yeah, so once we've done that, next I want it to play that sound. So play sound, sound to group. In fact, I did do sound to all because it's just easier. It makes no difference anyway.
Jedi 2-1, contact Colt 9-1, we have tasking.
And there we go. So every time a target comes into that area, it will tell us you should play that sound. But I need to make sure that this is a switched condition. There, okay. And there we have it. So that should be how it works. Okay, so let's just put that to the test, shall we? So for purposes, I'm just going to take it off late activation. He's not late activated, you know. What am I doing there? Why has it done that? I hate it when it does that. Just things like that. It's pain in the backside. Hopefully it should capture it, so let's play the mission just to see how it goes. Let's just save it. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back close to the time because otherwise you could be waiting here for a while. So here we are guys, back in the mission itself. So we're slowly getting there. I just didn't want to bore you too much with waiting for the Reaper to get to the point where it's going to play the transmission. So ignore that one. That's just, we'll sort that one out in a moment. Okay, so just bear with us. So he's slowly working his way up. Get in there slowly. Hopefully he should pick something out soon. Hopefully, he says. Should hear a noise from it at least.
Colt 9-1, we have tasking.
There we go. So he's at that point, so he knows that he's going to be there. hoping a similar thing will happen once he gets up towards Raqqa there. Should make the noise, he says. Yeah, you hear that noise there? That was obviously playing the sound. I just had the sim speeded up, otherwise we'd be waiting around forever. Seems to be having a little duck fit there. But yeah, so the process works effectively. Because these will spawn in at different times, we'd have to worry too much about it being too close together anyway. At least not initially. But we could spread them out even further timing wise, but given how long it's going to take him to fly the route anyway, it's going to take him nearly 2 hours-ish to fly that entire route, so if not longer, in fact. Yeah, it's going to take him a good 3 hours to fly that route anyway, so you could be on station for a while. Okay, so, which is fine. So, next we want to do the same thing. So I'm gonna copy this dude, and I'm gonna place him here. Let's get rid of all his waypoints. Reaper 2. Reaper 2. I still want it to be Colt 9.1. Edit Colt 9, yeah, whatever. It should be 9.1, but obviously we've been through that before, it doesn't matter. Move on. We'll give this guy a different route to follow. I don't know, maybe we'll just have him operating in this half of the map, maybe. Just so it's a bit different every time. You can fly maybe like a different kind of route each time. So we put in a few different Reapers just so the variation's different. In theory, that's how it should work. So let's slate activate that bad boy. Same with this guy. And I'm effectively going to copy the, clone these. So let's move that down. So Reaper 2 spawn. Change. That's Reaper 2. Reaper 2. Change that to Reaper 2. Ah, forgot to bloody clone it. What a biff. What a biff. Clone. I've just got to change all these. So Reaper 2. So the target's obviously staying the same, because if we want the target to show. It has to be selected. We're just changing the aircraft that is sort of going to react to effectively. Okay. So just to make sure that this randomness of the Reapers is working, let's just change that to 1. Let's just change that to 1 as well. Data. Okay, so Reaper 1 spawned in that time. Let's just make sure Reaper 2 is going to spawn in the next, or at some point. You don't always want it to be Reaper 1, do we? F10. Come on. Let's give us Reaper 1 again. Okay, let's just try it again. This is why you have to keep trying these things, just to make sure, because otherwise you get a bit paranoid that it's not working correctly. Reaper 1 again. Give it one more try, and then I'll just check the map, the mission editor, just to make sure that everything's selected correctly. Why is it? Have I still got the other one checked as late activated? If I know, I want him late activated, don't I? Is he not late activated? No, he is late activated. That's fine. That should be Reaper 2. See what I mean? That's why you always have to check, because otherwise it gets to a point and you've just fluffed it up, really. There we go, Reaper 2. Let's try it one more time just to make sure Reaper 1 and 2 can spawn in. Which one are you going to give us? Come on. Reaper 1. Finally. There we go. Now Reaper Trigger Zone will just snap to whichever aircraft it is available, because the triggers have said that it will snap to it. I'll just put it there purely just so I can try and see, you know, like its range kind of thing. What I will do though is I'm going to change the scheme of that, because I don't like that camo scheme. I think it looks pants. That looks a bit more realistic, doesn't it? And then let's have another Reaper. So let's have him start, and then like up here. Again, let's get rid of all the waypoints. What I didn't do with this one actually is, if I go to that last waypoint, I didn't tell him to switch his waypoint. I want to go back to waypoint 1 at the end of that. So this is Reaper 3. Maybe he's going to go across this way instead. Something like that. Okay, just create that variation, because every mission should never be the same. Because it wouldn't be the same in real life. Plain symbols. Yeah, that's fine. And then at waypoint 7, switch to waypoint number 1. Change that to Colt 91. And then we've got to do the whole process again in here. So clone, make that number 3. Activate number 3 this time. Trigger snap. Reaper 3. to Reaper 3. We'll activate Reaper 3. Okay, then we want to change that to Reaper 3. Reaper 3. 3. Reaper 3. 3. 3. Do 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 do. So you see, it's not a super complex mission, but it has enough stuff in it, I think, to make it kind of interesting a little bit. And again, we'll, in the clutter episode, we'll bulk it out a little bit. But you can sort of see where it's going, and it should work pretty well. And like I said, it should be different every time you fly it a little bit. I know all you're doing is going out and doing CAS, but different targets, different locations every time, so it shouldn't be as boring, I would assume. What I will do though is it's blue. I don't even know why I bloody did that. Pointless. We'll unhide him because he's obviously us. I can just get rid of all the hidden ones. Okay. So what I'll change it to is I won't have these Reapers activate until we hit waypoint blah. Okay, because it just makes sense. Can I though? At waypoint 3. Insert trigger. Oh no, it's different kind of trigger. Yeah, different kind of triggers. Yeah, so forget that one. What I'll do is I'll just create another trigger zone here. Let's just make it a quad point. Edit. We'll just call this Reaper spawn. Reaper spawn point. There. And then Reaper spawn. We won't do a time while we'll do a unit in zone. Unit inside zone. CAS pilot 1 is in Reaper spawn point, then blah. Unit in zone. CAS pilot 1 inside Reaper spawn point, blah. Unit inside zone. CAS pilot 1 inside Reaper spawn point, blah. Cool. That way, the Reaper will only spawn in when you're getting near to your operating area, which is kind of what you want, really, I suppose. Cool. Right. I think that'll conclude this episode. So as always, please give us a like and subscribe. Until next time, I shall see you later. Goodbye.